everybody, I'm back today with another video. Today I'm going to talk to you about Botox. I see a lot of Botox patients every single day and I find the same types of questions coming up over and over again. So today I want to answer some of the most commonly asked questions about Botox. The first question. So this is not really a question, it's more of a concern. The most common concern with people is, I don't want to look frozen, I don't want to look fake. So this is a common, very, very common misconception about Botox. Botox can make you look fake or frozen if it is injected by an inexperienced injector, number one, or number two, if way too much Botox is injected. But really, it has to do with the number one. You need to go to an experienced injector. An experienced injector knows the anatomy well enough to know precisely where to place the Botox to give you the most natural result. So a lot of times there are injectors that maybe take a 1 day or 2 day course and then start injecting Botox, which typically it is legal to do that. But if you are looking for that natural result, or you're looking for someone to just kind of soften some of your lines and not take them away completely, that is something you do need to tell your injector. And sometimes these inexperienced injectors just don't know exactly how to do that because they were taught to put in a certain amount of units and that's what they're going to do. So you do want to go to somebody that has experience and has done a lot of these and knows exactly what your concerns are and knows where they want to place or need to place these injections to make it look natural. So the forehead, for example, that's an area that can most easily look frozen. So if somebody's not putting the units correctly, or if they're putting way too many units, you can easily get a forehead that does not move at all, and that's not what you want. If you're looking for that natural look, if you're looking for a look where you know, obviously cannot tell that you got Botox or something, you want to be careful with the forehead especially. Injecting too many units into the forehead doesn't let you move it enough. So if you look at me, for example, I can move my eyebrows just enough to give you a little bit of that surprise look, but I just don't have much of the lines there. So that's what you kind of want to strive for, but you can get Botox and still have it look natural. So the second question that I get most often is, how much does Botox cost? Honestly, Botox is just, it's not cheap. Real, true, authentic Botox is not cheap. So if you find somewhere where they're offering it for $6, $7, I would run away because it's not real Botox, or they're watering it down, or they might be even giving you a lot less units than they are quoting you. So for example, they might be putting in just 20 units and charging you for 50 units because, you know, it's $6 a unit. You cannot get Botox for $6 or $7 a unit because that's pretty much how much it costs us to even buy it, okay? You want to go somewhere that's offering it for, I mean, 10 is probably on the low end. So $10 to $15 a unit is probably a good mark. $10 probably is still on the low end. I would say maybe if it's a Botox party or a special or an event or something, $10 may be okay. But really the average should be about $12 to $15 a unit. But anything less than a $10 unit Botox is probably something that I would stay away from. So you should expect to pay between maybe $200 and up, I would say, for Botox. You know, if you're getting one area is probably around $200. And typically you want to do more than one area. I would say the forehead and the glabella, which is the lines between the eyebrows, typically go hand in hand. So for those two areas, you're probably looking for about 20 to 30 units there. And then you multiply that by the unit, the dollar per unit price. Another thing I want to say is, do not go to Groupon for your Botox. That is just asking for trouble, in my opinion. You don't want to go somewhere that's discounting something that they are actually injecting into your body. That's just not safe. That's asking for trouble. You might be getting fake or cheap Botox. You know, it might be illegal, it might be imported from somewhere. It's kind of like, you know, if you find a price for a Louis Vuitton bag that's just too good to be true, it probably is. So just beware, be safe with Botox. The third most common question I get is, does the Botox make you look weird once it's worn off? This, to a certain extent, yes, but only if you've been getting Botox for a very, very long time, or if you are somebody that's very, very expressive. For example, when you get Botox into your 11s or the glabella right here, and you continue to keep doing it, but you also are an expressive person and you try to make this face, your muscles in your face will start to recruit other muscles to try to create that expression. So you might get the bunny lines now trying to make this expression, and so these lines will start to get deeper, and over time you won't have any lines here or in the forehead if you continue to get Botox, but then you will have the bunny lines, which means then you'll have to start treating the bunny lines as well. So to an extent, yes, but for the most part, once it wears off, it's gone. It's just your skin and your facial muscles will just react the way they used to before you got the Botox. Another thing I want to point out is after a certain age, Botox just won't work. So after that age, you do have collagen loss and volume loss in the skin itself. And so the skin itself is wrinkled and the muscles underneath are not working so hard to create those wrinkles. You will have to look towards skin tightening procedures instead of doing the Botox at that point. The fourth most common question I get is how many units are typical for different areas? So this can vary, of course, depending on your injector, but for the average, I would say for the forehead, I like to keep it between 5 and 10 units. Of course, if you have a little bit larger forehead, if you have more wrinkles in the forehead, you might need a little bit more, but to keep it natural looking, I would say between 5 to 10 units. Between the eyebrows, which is your 11s or your angry face, probably between 12 to 20 units. Now these are all for females, okay? For males, I would double these numbers because males do have stronger, larger muscles, so they do require almost twice as much Botox. Around the eyes, the crow's feet, I would say between 12 and 24 units. The bunny lines, maybe between 3 and 8 total. And the masseters, which are your jaw clenching muscles, I would do between 20 and 40 units total. Then we have other things called the lip flip, which is about 4 to 5 units. The mentalis or the chin muscle, probably between 4 to 8 units. The DAOs, which are your frown muscles here that cause you to make that frowny face, which I can't because I have Botox there. Probably between 6 to 10 units there. Or even 4 units is okay, and that's for combined for total. And then the gummy smile is probably between 4 and 10 units, though I've had to put quite a bit into some people's gummy smiles if they just have a very, very strong smile and they're showing a lot of their gums. And the fifth most common question is, what other areas can Botox be used for? So there are 3 FDA approved areas which are on label, and then the rest are off label, which can be treatable with Botox, but it's not something that you'll see advertised by the actual companies because the FDA does regulate what has been tested and what has not been tested. So the 3 most common areas are the forehead, the glabella, which are the 11s, and then the crow's feet. And then any off-label areas include some of the crepiness under the eyes can be fixed with Botox. The bulging under the eyes that a lot of people see, especially when they smile, if their eyes kind of shut a little bit smaller, or if they see that bulge under the eyes, that can be treated with Botox. The bunny lines right here, when you make a face as if you smelled something bad and get these lines across your nose, those can be treated with Botox. The gummy smile, like I had mentioned, so if you're smiling and a lot of your gums are showing up over here, then that can be treated with Botox so that it decreases that smile or the lift of the upper lip. So when you smile, you're not showing as much of your gums. So the Botox lip flip, that's like I said, 4 to 5 units or so, and that's for people who want to get a fuller lip without actually getting lip injections in there. It can also help treat some of the smoker's lines. So those lines that people get above the upper lip, it can help soften and smooth some of those lines as well. The DAOs, which are the frowny muscles, which over time can help create those marionette lines. If you're trying to prevent those, a good one to inject is the DAOs right here. And then the chin, the mentalis, some people get that orange peel looking skin on their chin. So if you're trying to fix that, we'd inject Botox over there. Of course, I don't have it because I have some Botox in there as well. Let's see what else. We can treat the masseters, which are your jaw clenching muscles. These are for people who grind their teeth at night, or if they want to do some jaw slimming. So if they have like a square face and they want to look more oval, we can inject these, the masseter muscles here to kind of soften and smooth out the jawline and make it more of a slimmed face. And then the last is the necklace line. So if you got lines over here across your neck, we can treat those with Botox and soften them up as well. So that's it for my commonly asked questions on Botox. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, then please write them on the comment section below and I will answer those for you. If you did find this video helpful, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.